an observation. I've only been waiting for, I don't even know, 10 minutes or so. And it's going through it and doing exactly what I described and what I outlined for it to do. I don't know if it's doing it well or if it's actually even going to function or run whenever it's done. However, some of the drawbacks that I want to point out. Well, let's start with the pros. If this works, that is amazing. It would be amazing. If it doesn't work or there's some sort of issue with it, let's test it out. It's just finished. Okay, it just spit out the files. Oops. I'm going to cd into the directory. I'm going to install dependencies. Let me install pip. Installing pip. All right, out of the gate, running into some issues. It's not working. So there's that. So far, it's one error after the other. I'm only going to spend maybe 15 more minutes on this, and I got other work I got to do. All right, I've done some debugging. I've asked it to fix some very specific issues. It's repackaging the files. Let's see. It's pretty slow. What are you going to do? No dice. One issue after the other with this guy. I might be pushing it beyond its capabilities at the moment. All right, we're cooking with gas, it looks like. It took a lot of finagling, but we are, it seems, fetching images. Let's see. Indeed, we are fetching images of the sun, 1 per day, from NASA's database for the year 2023. Excellent. We are working. Okay, a couple of thoughts. You have to have a developer to debug that shit. That wasn't easy. Part of it was just Python issues on my Mac. Part of it was not. It was issues with the code formatting. I also had some issues asking it to set up this GUI for me. It's TomTom. One other important drawback, and this is key. This is a philosophical issue I have with using agents as a programmer. And I think the best way I can put it into words is to quote Carl Sagan. There are things we know, things we don't know, and things we don't know we don't know. And I think as a programmer, as a human, as we find ourselves solving problems, ideas come our way. Ideas that we couldn't have forecasted at the beginning of a project. And these projects or these ideas are really inspiring, and they change the course. So we may set out to make one thing at the beginning, but along the process, we realize, there's a much more insightful way, or a much more insightful question, or a better goal, or a refined vision than what we originally had. And so while it's easy to ask an AI agent to make something, and it may come back working eventually, I can't help but ask the question, is the output actually better because it can be generated quickly? And my answer would be no, not necessarily. I think it's important that humans sort of use this technology, but I think it's good to get in the code. I think it's good to see how things are working, make refinements. I also think it's important to not just, I guess I would say, lean into the creative process, which is inherently a complicated, beautiful mess. And I think in that mess, we find something that is really enriching, both to us as a species and as individuals, but also to the product. I think it makes the product better. That's my 2 cents, but that's my journey with using Manus. Terrible name. It has anus right in it. Anyways,